All right, guys, welcome back to the shack. And today we're going to be doing a second video on the Omni X. And I know what you're thinking. What's the second video about? Well, it's about an accessory that ComMarker sent me, which is this slide bed or slide extension, whatever you want to call it. But it's a decent little addition for this machine and enables you to do things that you ordinarily couldn't do with a galvo laser. So we're going to take a look at it. So if that's something you're into, stick around and we'll be right back. You probably saw some of the ads and some of the advertisements for the machines that can do the subsurface engraving inside crystals. It's really cool. It basically does a 3D rendering inside a crystal using a laser, which is awesome. But with this machine, you can also do other things as well. With this accessory, this is the slide bed that allows you to expand the work area to 350 millimeters on the x-axis. And for those of you that aren't familiar, the way that lasers work is your x-axis is basically your width, your y-axis is going to be your depth, and then of course your z-axis is going to be your elevation up and down. So by adding this bed to it, you're really just amplifying the width of your work area, or the x-axis. And so this is what it looks like. And I'm going to show you some videos and everything as we move forward. Assembly and everything, really not a lot to it. It comes in the box mostly put together. All right, so as far as the physical installation, guys, there's a little catch here and one on the other side. So as far as putting it centered, you have no choice. The only thing that you can do is you can put the connector on the left or on the right. It seemed to work better for me setting like this with the connector on the right. The book looked like it showed it being on the left, but when I got it put together, I didn't like the way the work area was laid out. So I've moved it around and reversed the directions and everything and got it to where it works on this side now. But you do have this little angle bracket right here, and that connects this slider to the machine. When you put this on here, just make sure that it's squared with the bed of the machine and tighten everything down, and you shouldn't have to worry about it moving. So there you go. Nothing too fancy. It does come with the screws that you need to do this, and like I said, it just takes a few minutes. The one grumble that I do have is I wish they had made these brackets long enough that you didn't have to try to put the screws in under this ledge. If they'd have made this long enough to reach this next set of holes, especially on this side back here, it would have been a lot easier, because back there you can't hardly get to those holes. But yeah, just, you know, it wasn't that bad. I don't plan on taking this off and on a whole lot, but you know, if you do have to take it off, that I just got one screw back there because it's a bit of a pain, but I got two up here, so we're good. The one caveat that I will tell you currently, you can only operate the slide in ComMarker software, to the best of my knowledge. Now, this stuff is evolving quick. If I hear any updates, I'll try to update you guys. So be sure to subscribe so that you get those updates. But for now, if you're going to get this machine, just know that ComMarker software is the way you're going to want to go for both the 3D modeling and the crystals, as well as operating this bed slider. But you're asking yourself, why would I want that? So if you're needing to be able to do things that are a little wider than, say, the 70 by 70 or the 150 by 150 that you would get with the two different lenses, then that's where this guy comes in. Typically, I don't like the slide beds because they move around. They're hard to index, hard to align, all of that thing. But with this one, it makes use of the bed on the laser, and you can actually put screws in it and affix it to the machine. So technically, you can leave this on the machine all the time and just engage it when you need it in the software. What it allows you to do is things like this. This is 350 millimeter or 300 millimeters thereabouts wide, and I was able to do this text all in one pass. As far as I didn't have to like cut and paste or do any kind of, you know, indexing and move the machine. All I had to do was put this in there, lock it down with the little clamps that are on the thing, and send it. And was able to do this length of an engrave in one pass with a galvo laser, which is really cool. And here's another piece of This is kind of some gold over red material. It's gold underneath, and basically you just engrave the color off of it and it makes it gold. So did that and played around with a bunch of acrylics and so forth with the machine. It is still operating really well. So if you're looking at getting this machine, or if you're thinking about getting it, just know that this machine excels at detail and versatility as far as the type of materials it can engrave. You can cut really thin materials, but I mean really thin materials. Now, if you're doing some cardboard, paper, stuff like that, you can get a little bit thicker capacity with that. But for any kind of metals or any kind of like acrylics or plastics or whatever, you're going to want to keep it really thin, because with this machine, especially with this 70 millimeter lens, it seems that the focal point on it is very sensitive to change. So if you're going to be trying to do any kind of cutting, you may want to try to put the 150 lens on there. The 70, I tried it with some acrylic. It's not doing that great for that. But there again, this machine is not for cutting. It is for doing really, really detailed engraving and getting great colors on materials. Because so far I haven't found a material that this thing won't mark. And I've tried lots of different stuff. Some I probably shouldn't have. But so far it's marked everything I've put under it. So let's move over to the software. I'm just going to show you a couple things in case you've gotten this or you're going to get it, just the way that I've gotten mine set up. And this is strictly from trial and error. The book that came with it, this little manual right here, it needs work, ComMarker. It wasn't very helpful. The assembly, it was okay, but there were some things in the software that I had to do that this book did not tell me about. So let's move over to the software and go over that real quick. This, I forgot what version this is, but you can see here, current software version is 1.0.8. So I'm guessing that's the one that I'm running now, just so you guys know, in case there is some updates that come around. Before this, I had the version 1.0.3. Like I said, there's been a couple of updates since I've got the software. So when you first get the extension connected to your machine, like I showed you how to do there, you're going to take, and under the device settings, you're going to have to go in here, and this safety door button, if yours is checked right there, you're going to need to uncheck that before using the slide extension, because you can't close the door all the way, and so that's going to tell it to ignore that switch for the door. These are the settings that I'm running. The only major change I made was where it says pulses per revolution. This was 3,200. I've changed it to 6,400. And the only other thing was this was at 10 as far as the speed. It says motor running speed. That's movement speed for your bed extension. So I went ahead and set that to 25. It's much faster, much better for me. If you're okay with it being slow, then you can leave that alone, but I did change mine. It does have the homing capability, and you can also move the axis here in different increments. It's pretty simple. When you're in flat mode, this is just like especially with the lens that I've got on there right now, I've only got a 70 by 70 work area. So you can go from flat mode and you can go to extension mode, and that gives you the 70 by 350 work area. And if you'll look right here under the parameters, there's the width. It's 350 millimeters is the total width of work area, usable work area that you get with the extension. Now, if you measure it, it's going to be around 500, but you don't get the work area of 500. That's just the actual surface of the slider is 500. So 350 is what you get from it. I did set it to home after marking just to get it to go back, kind of like having it to return to home type thing, and that works pretty well. But other than that, it's pretty simple as far as operating it. When you put the material on here, this is your 0, and that's in the way that it works out. That's not going to be the end of the slider. It's going to be an area on the slider. So you'll just have to home the machine, and then you can look and see exactly where it goes to. But since I've been trying the machine out, I've ran it a good bit, playing around and making some things with it and just doing testing. And there's a few things that kind of irk me about the machine that I hope they fix in the future. The biggest complaint I have is I would love to have a red framing dot, just like the other machines do. I don't know what the holdback is with the red framing dot with this machine. I don't know if we need like a beam combiner inside it or what we need, but that would be a major step in the right direction with this machine. Other than that, the way the machine operates, the fact that it'll interact with most any material you can throw at it, makes it a very, very useful machine. Adding the crystal ability with the depth, being able to go inside the crystals and do the 3D imaging, that is just awesome. I think that is a really cool thing for them to have added to the machine. And now also with the bed extension, the slide bed that you get, it enables you to do a little bit longer things. So I think that this machine is definitely coming along as far as they're adding functionality to it. The only other thing is, like I said in the other video, if you want to go watch it, I will drop a link to it down below. I want them to add me a switch for the lights. That would be nice also. So, but other than that, the software seems to be working pretty good. I know it's a relatively new product. I expect it to have a few bugs, but it's coming along nicely. I have actually had a couple of upgrades since I started testing this machine, and every time it's upgraded so far, it has improved. So there we are. It's, like I said, it's coming along. Enjoy the machine and having fun with it. So if you want us to see the machine, look at any of the technical specifications or anything like that, I will drop links down below. Go check those out. Those are affiliate links, of course. But yeah, if you do decide to buy a machine, buy some crystals, whatever, it'll let ComMarker know I sent you. And until next time, guys, be safe and have a good day.